Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I am with you with the area of AFM, Accounting and Financial Management for Bankers. Till date, we are done with lot of parts of this particular area. Matlab, till date, we are done with entire modules once, and then now we are covering up the point again through the blended questions, matlab mixed questions. So this is the particular class where I'm covering all these things from the point of view of mixed questions. So before I proceed further, everyone, please share this particular session and like it, along with this subscribe to our channel. Secondly, when we talk about the sale right now, our sale is going on. It is just about to end. So I would suggest you all, if you're planning for your JIB preparation with us, then hurry up. Use the code Y541 right away and get our courses. Do not wait even for a single minute more and get it done as early as possible, because 81% discount is available at Y541 code plus double validity on our Mahapack. So it is always beneficial that you go for this particular situation, and it would be really helpful for you further. Right, everyone? Okay, now let's begin with the session further, and please share the session, everyone, and also like it as well. Now, what do you mean by the term capital employed? Everyone, what do you mean by the term capital employed? Capital employed is the money which is basically invested in the business either by the businessman or anybody else, from whom they take a specific uh, loan from. Okay, done. This is what they call this point. That is, when we talk about capital employed, this is the money employed by the businessman himself, or he has taken a loan for. Done, everyone? Okay, now let's talk about the answer there. First is capital employed is equal to fixed asset plus working capital. It can be from both the sides. It can be from the asset side or the liability side. Both of the particular situations are absolutely correct and justified. From the asset side, it would be the long-term ones. You know, that means fixed assets plus working capital is correct, right? Whatever is left after paying off the current liabilities. Then capital employed is total assets. From the total assets, matlab current and non-current, remove the current liabilities out of it. This is done. Fictitious assets and non-trade investments. Ultimately, all those investments which are non-trade have to be eliminated. And then is capital employed is equal to equity plus non-current liabilities. This is also correct. So the answer is actually all of the above. All these are formulas for capital employed, everyone. This particular chapter is beneficial for you in multiple areas. So please make sure that you are dealing with this topic very carefully and in a proper manner as well. Right? The answer is all of the above. Acha, dash is an accounting technique used to periodically lower the book value of the loan or intangible asset over a set period of time. Amortization, depreciation, capitalization, or none of the above. What's the answer, everyone? What's going to be the answer in this case? When we talk about the book value getting lower and lower, but in case of intangible assets, not the tangible ones. Normally, whenever we see this particular point, it is always depreciation, because depreciation is the reduction in the value. But in this case, we are covering the point in such a way that it is based upon one thing. This is based upon only and only one thing, which is the particular area called amortization, because depreciation is on tangible assets. This is on tangible assets, and on intangibles we have amortization. Amortization is an accounting technique used to periodically lower the book value of the intangible assets, for example patent, trademark, copyright. So in that is covered in this case. In relation to the loan, amortization focus on spreading out loan payments over the period of time. So the reduction in the value of the asset can be covered here, isn't it, everyone? Done, everyone? Okay, now let's move on to the next point. Entries for the prepaid expenses, outstanding expenses, and depreciation are called as entries which are made for prepaid expenses, the expenses which we have paid in advance, outstanding expenses, the expenses which are yet to be paid, and the last one, which is closing entries as well as rectification. Rectification matlab there is an error and we rectified. Closing entries are those entries which are the point which is closing. Closing matlab the year end, है ना? Done, everyone? The answer is adjustment entries. Why do we say adjustment entries? We have prepaid expenses, outstanding expenses, depreciation, adjustments done at the end of the accounting year at the time when we are using the particular method. Adjustments is done once we have prepared the trial balance. After this, we try to find out the benefits and the problems with it. That is covered under adjustment entries. Therefore, the entries passed for such adjustments is known as the adjustment entries. Closing is once your books are closed. ठीक है? That is covered in this area. Okay, the process of recording, classifying, and summarizing the business transactions in order to know the financial result is called bookkeeping, accounting, journalizing, or none of the above. We're talking about recording it, classifying it, and summarizing all the business transactions. We are just doing the first three parts, R, C, and S. When you're doing this part, this is basically neither bookkeeping or I would say journalizing, because we want to know the financial result as well. That is why it has to be called as accounting. ठीक है ना? This will be also called as accounting. Which of the following will be treated as drawings? Withdrawing money for payment of salary to employees, withdrawing money for payment to the creditors, withdrawing money from business for private expenses, withdrawing money for purchase of an asset. What's the answer? Everyone? When we talk about drawings, drawings is the personal expense. In this case, I would say this is basically the personal expenses of the person when he's using business money and saying, "Achha, now I need money for my personal use as well." That is considered here as drawings. Done? Here comes the question, everyone. Sale is recognized as revenue when the contract of the sale is entered into at the point of sale or performance of service after the expiry of credit period allowed to the debtors or after the money collected from the customers. Uh, when we talk about revenue na, revenue is basically the amount that is certain ki हाँ we'll be receiving this money, pakka pakka. That is covered here. When we talk about sales, sales recognizes revenue at a situation where we talk about thereof at the point of sale or performance of service. है ना? We might be looking forward to the sale or performance of service. That is how we are getting that particular thing. It is about the certainty कि हाँ जी we will receive this money in our future. Done? Okay, here comes the next point. In accounts, recording is made of only the financial transactions, or it is only the financial non-financial transactions, or it is basically financial and non-financial transactions, or personal transactions of the proprietor. What's going to be the correct answer, everyone? In accounts, recording is made of what? I would say recording is basically made of only one thing, financial transactions. Personal transactions have already been clearly said, yeah, this is not allowed. So this is clearly what they say. Only the financial transactions are the ones which are allowed. Rest, nothing is allowed. है ना? So in this case, what's going to be the answer, everyone? The correct answer is only and only financial transactions. You do not record anything else for that matter. Which of the following is not a limitation of accounting? Based on accounting convention, or accounting conventions based is not basically a problem. It's not a limitation. Evidence on in legal matters, incomplete information or omission uh, of qualitative information. But in accounting, we cannot record good, we cannot record bad, we cannot record which is there and which is not there. So technically, this is something that we cannot do. The qualitative information cannot be considered here. है ना? So in this case, it is uh, नहीं, which is not a limitation to accounting. This is a limitation, sorry. Omission of qualitative is a limitation. Incomplete information is also a limitation. Based on accounting convention can be stated, or evidence in legal matters can be the point. So in this case, this is a positive point of the accounting. ठीक है ना? We can cover it there, right? Now comes, this is evidence. This is something which is not a limitation. What is the last step of accounting as a process of information, everyone? Recording economic events in the books of accounts, preparation of financial statements, communication of information or analysis, and interpretation of information. Everybody, what's the answer? What is the last step of accounting? You are telling everybody what happened and what didn't, है ना? That is to be covered in this area. So in this case, can we say it is the communication of information, because ultimately you will process everything and ultimately you will be telling the other person ki haan, this is what we do and this is what we don't. Agreed? So in this case, can we say it is the communication of information? Communication of information can be for the internal or the external user. There is no point where we will say कि नहीं, the external user is not used, internal is not used. The clear point is external or internal, both are users. है ना? चलिए, now communication can be given to both internal as well as external users. Then comes the trial balance might match in spite of the presence of. What kind of error will still not create a problem, everyone? An error which will not be visible in the books of accounts. Everybody? Error of complete omission or errors of principle? Error of complete omission, error of commission, or error of principle? Error of principle, basically you are recording something which is an expense when which is not matlab an asset. Both are debit side items, so ultimately it will still match. There won't be a problem there, you know. So in this case, error of complete omission. Error of complete omission means you will not record the entire transaction. You will simply say that this entire transaction cannot be noted. Okay. Error of principle clearly says कि record only. Acha, now the point is if an expense is noted as an asset or asset is noted as an expense, this situation is covered here, right? So what can we call it? You will be calling it error of complete omission or error of principle. Done, everyone? So in this case, according to you, what should be the answer? Error of principle and complete omission only. Both are there. Complete omission clearly means that the entire portion is not noted. Matlab either on the debit side or the credit side. That means the trial balance will still match. Error of principle means expense noted as a income. No, expense है it is a debit side item, then it is noted as an asset, or an asset which is noted as an expense. That is covered under error of principle, everyone. Okay. Then rupees 2000 received from the Smith, whose account was previously written off as bad, should be credited to bad debts recovered account, Smith's account, cash account, or none of the above. Rupees 2000 received from Smith, whose account was previously written off as bad. Matlab someone whom we thought he is gone. His name has been written off as a bad debt because the court has stated that nahi, you will not get the entire amount. So hardly 2000, hardly a few little amount was left, and then he said he has turned bankrupt. Now after a year, when the particular time period to recover money from them is over, he came back randomly and said that I would like to pay off the debt that I had taken. In this case, there's only one problem. In my books of accounts, I didn't record Smith anymore now, because the point is when it was recorded as a debtor, court made me relieve him, so technically my debtor was gone. When the person from whom I was supposed to receive money is gone now, so whatever money I receive now, since last year I had cried in front of income tax department that array I am facing a loss, and you are asking me for tax. This year we'll be doing the same thing, you know. Matlab, now we can say that we have already taken the sin of taking wrong amounts there in the bad debts, and then since the amount has been recovered, so in this case it would be treated as an income. Just a disclosure is required, nothing else, है ना? So in this case, it is going to be noted as if someone who's a debtor, who was previously a debtor, gives you money, it is cash to the bad debts recovered. Done. It is cash to bad debts recovered. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is not an error of commission? Error of commission matlab zero errors. Matlab we added one more zero. We had undercast or overcasting part. I wrote Ram's name instead of Sham's name. That's a very normal scenario. A sale of 560 not recorded in the books at all. Not recorded at all. It is error of omission. Then rent paid to landlord was posted to landlord's account. A purchase of 840 was wrongly posted to sales account. Instead of credited, Sham credited the other creditor Sham. This is also there. This can be there. See, this is an error where Sham is noted as Sham, the one which I just told you, writing the wrong name. A purchase entry was wrongly noted as sales entry. Rent paid to the landlord was posted to the landlord account. And this error was not recorded at all. Not recorded at all is complete omission, everyone. That is covered here. Rest all the sins are justified in terms of the uh, organizations there. Okay, just a moment. Let me. Now that is it, everyone. This is where we would like to end the particular session, but as I promised, I'll be letting you know how to get our courses at 81% discount and double validity. For this, you need to go to our website, that is www.adda247.com. Go on to the era of JIB May 2024, everyone. Look at this. Double validity is going on. This validity is for 1 year, everyone. Normally, you will have to pay, see, you just have to use the code Y541 and you will get a discount of 81% if you're using our app. Download the app as well and please go through this, and you will find English medium, bilingual, the marathon, mini marathon, ebooks of each and every chapter and each and every book that is available, and test series of individual as well as complete. So if we are providing so many things in terms of our Mahapack, what is it that you had been looking forward to? You know, what else can we look forward to? Getting this particular thing at a lowest price. Done, everyone? So if you're planning to go for it, just plan up to buy the JIB Mahapack right away, as it is available for 6,000. Soon the price would be high again. It is way better that if you're planning it, then go ahead and use the code Y541 and get it done. Done, everyone? Don't forget to share the session as well, everyone. And at the same time, purchase it as early as possible. The time is ticking away and the sale is getting over soon. Thank you, everyone. Bye bye and have a nice day.